Last time on Beast World, Vegas, with Vanya in tow, head to the Veterans Union to check out the deal that was being offered to Vegas in regards to them joining the Thieves' Army. Vegas inquires with the officer, Wendell Donahan, about the recruitment process and if there would be any trouble for his current role in the storied Histories League. Wendell assures him that the Thieves' Army operates legally within Louvain and that there will be no trouble. He also inquires into Vegas's estate with its current dilapidated conditions and if they had any interest in selling it to the Thieves' Army for them to turn into expanded housing for their members and veterans displaced by the war. Vanya asks the field officer if they've heard of a radical group called the Prowlers, and if they had seen any here in Louvain. He admits he knows of the group, but doesn't offer any insight, and recommends that they leave for now and think on the offer presented for them. Vegas pulls out the Sending Stone and challenges Aspen to a quick fight over at the Staggeron Inn, while Vanya watches. They two enjoy a drink, and the fight swings back and forth, with Vegas pulling out some surprises, but Aspen is able to overcome his crafty nature and win the fight. Celebrating, the three return to the estate to turn in for the night, and while on their way home, Aspen notices that they were being followed by two individuals in hooded jackets. Meanwhile, earlier that day, Ignatius does some undercover investigations in regards to the Silver Claw Company and finds that most of the weapons they had been manufacturing are being bought and picked up by the Thieves' Army in Louvain, but no individual third-party sellers seem to carry them. The following morning, the party get together for breakfast. A few inquiries come towards Aset regarding Mocha and where they were found, but she remains evasive on the ordeal. There is talk of a few things to get settled as they head out for the day. The first stop is with Mason, as they discuss the potential idea of putting together a delving division team with Charlotte, Vegas, Vanya, and Dusky. Mason says he'll look into that avenue and mentions Darnell is also getting into delving himself. Mason also asks about their delving crew name, to which no one has an answer for. He says it's bad luck to not have a name, as they build up a reputation over time with their accomplished delves. Charlotte also learns of an archmage, William Rhines, with which she shares the last name of, and heads to the archive to find out more. While there, she finds Svek, who is pondering the door to the Astral Sea. She inquires to Svek about archmage Rhines, who knew the man personally but says he hasn't seen him for 10 years. On their way back to the estate, they notice that they have two tails following them again as a group. Vanya slips off into the crowds as they near the estate and confirms the two canine individuals are in fact ferals. The group spends the rest of the night searching through the Grimish estate basement, where many things are discovered, including an overgrown slab gate with Seelie glyphs on it, a statue of a canine knight, several cells, and a massive furnace where it appears cremation of some sort takes place. Vanya leaves and confronts Delilah about the basement, who seems evasive about what Vegas's family was up to, only stating that his mother had many visitors stay over the years. While Vanya tries to warn Delilah about the ferals, the sound of a window shattering somewhere in the estate catches their attention.
Oh no.
You and Delilah are currently the only ones upstairs. The rest of you have your tokens here, but you have not been alerted yet. What do you do, Vanya?
It's gonna quickly look to Delilah. Go downstairs, tell the others. Quickly.
Okay. She immediately darts off into that direction.
I'm gonna straight away go into stealth, attempt to like start hiding and move very slowly kind of down towards this door here.
Okay. Go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
Stealth check.
Very nice.
Where'd the mouse go?
Where'd the mouse go?
Alright. Yeah, with ease, you are able to head down that direction towards
Can
the.
I peek this door before I open it?
Yeah. Give me a sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. Whoop.
Also very good. Yeah, you managed to just hear the door a little bit open. And the first thing that catches your eye is you open the door is that the window immediately near the front has been shattered. There's glass around the floor, but the window isn't entirely broken. There's only like a section of it that has been broken. Too small for anyone to have climbed in through.
Is there anything on the ground near the window?
Not on the ground. Give me a perception check.
I don't like not on the ground. Oh.
You don't immediately see anything. But the fact that the window is broken in such a strange way leads you to believe something has come through.
Not on the ground, they say.
Yeah. I've got the sending stone, right?
You do.
Vegas, if you and the rest get upstairs quickly. There's something's come through the window, but I can't see anything.
Right.
Main hall.
Around this time, as you all are making your way towards the stairs, Delilah has just come down. Quickly, something is happening upstairs.
I'm gonna keep the door open, but keep myself kind of pressed against the wall here.
Delilah,
Yes, yes.
we'll talk later.
Okay.
Where's everyone going? I thought upstairs is this way.
We are upstairs.
We are upstairs, yes.
Oh, I
main
didn't know we
floor.
changed
We were
maps.
sort of
Okay.
we were pocketed into
Yeah,
our
I pulled you over for now.
Okay.
As you come around the corner here, Delilah points down this hallway. Vanya went to go check it out.
Well, let's not leave her on her own now.
Delilah,
Yes?
watch the cellar entrance, please.
Oh, okay. She heads back that way.
Nobody enters or leaves, thank you.
Can
As
I
the-
try to perceive?
As the others walk up, yeah, something's in there, I think.
Well, do we want to be
Let's-
conspicuous about it?
If no one makes an attempt at being inconspicuous in a way that Ignatius can see, he will just enter the room with the weapon drawn and start
Same.
shouting.
Just, I think, go for it. I'm gonna stay hidden, Dua.
Okay.
Alright, Ignatius will run in, shout, "Who goes there?" at the top of his lungs and have his halberd drawn.
Alright. Everyone entering the room, give me a perception check.
nice.
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 Okay. So let's see. 2 21s, 17, 2 11s, and 5. Okay. Well, I will say that Iset, the first thing that catches your eye after seeing the window damage, is an arrow. In the wall, right behind you.
Oh. Time to check it out. Is there a letter attached?
There is. There is a piece of parchment wrapped around said arrow. Taking it off and getting a quick look over, it seems to be, weirdly enough, a flyer. It is written in Greater Arnarian.
I can't read this, but this appears to be a flyer of some sort. A woefully strange way of advertising anything.
With that, I'm
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
He peeks around the shoulder, definitely not over with how tall Ised is, but she catches a glimpse of the writing and say, I can, so let's see here.
Take a look here.
The piece of parchment seems to be an advertisement as a way to grab attention for travelers to visit the luxury of Kazmek Vikuzmek. It's very strange that it was attached to this arrow. I will also say, while this is happening, Charlotte and Vegas, you notice slight movement out the window, very far.
What do I do to get like a better peek at that?
If you go up towards the broken window, you can see all the way down at the iron gates are two individuals just standing there.
Oh, okay.
Ignatius would like to put a hand on Vegas's shoulder.
Meanwhile, Ski is perplexed by the simplicity of the flyer. It's for encouraging trips to Kismek, but who here would want us
When-
of all people in the Belik?
When the city's name is said, Vanya, her head snaps to Usky. What? It's where?
Is Kismek the Kuznik? In
She'll-
the middle of the Belik.
Take the flyer if it's not whoever has it. Attempt to try and
Yeah,
take it.
no. Ski is definitely holding it at this point, and she just
Yeah.
lets Vanya confirm that this is trying to draw them to where they are from.
Before
Give it a-
Vegas goes any further, Ignatius would also offer to carry him and just fly at these assholes. I just want that known before we go
No.
any further. Continue with the flyer.
Is there anything else on it? Is it just the flyers? There's no other note on it? Nothing?
There's no other notes on it, but you have seen some of these flyers before in Farsa Row when you were traveling along the wall, the
Did we
causeway.
Have we seen any anywhere else that I remember?
Not since you've got to Alamance.
Her ears are gonna droop a bit. I don't like this.
So it's an ad?
For
It must have come all the way from the causeway, at least.
that's where I'm from, the city.
Hmm.
That
Also, Charlotte and Vegas, have you announced the two visitors at the gate?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Then whatever Ignatius said, not happening.
I mean, I don't want to cause alarm. So everybody sit tight. If there's trouble, I'll scream.
You're not going alone.
No, I'm just gonna peek my head out. Can I yell at these guys from the doorway?
I mean, you can. You can clearly see them. They're both standing there, hands in pockets. They look to be identical in height. And even from this distance, you can catch a little bit of glimpse of their canine masks.
You guys missed.
There's no reaction.
I try waving.
They do not react.
Have I identified them as ferals?
I think it would be a safe assumption at this point.
Mm-hmm. Are you going to pay for that?
Nothing.
Charlotte is going to whisper over to Vegas. I think they just want to see if we got the message.
You can go now. I got it.
I wonder if I could throw a javelin that far.
After, I'd say another 10-15 seconds, without even making eye contact with each other, they just turn and disappear into the streets.
This sucks.
So they want us to go all the way southeast.
Where we have no plans of going.
But
If they're
Vegas, they know where you live. They know where Delilah lives. They could do something if we don't.
Then why hadn't they done it while I was gone?
because you've only started messing with them recently.
Yeah, I guess.
I have family there.
They wouldn't know, would they?
I don't know.
It is
Why-
a sprawling city. It would be difficult to find a few of any family in a place that large without a lot of searching first. If there is supposedly any time limit, there's quite a bit
So-
of time to it.
But
Why? Like, let's pretend for a split second that they don't know who we are as a group. Why would they advertise for us to go there?
if they don't know who we are, then they've got no reason. If they know
they-
who we are,
They surely do.
They went as far as breaking your window. They could have just posted on the gate and just kept walking.
They could have. Oh yeah, I wonder if they advertised to everybody like that, huh?
To what end do they gain from being intentionally obtuse?
intimidation. It's working.
They're.
Mostly that, yes.
I'm just glad there's no intruders.
But they know
Right?
where you
Like
live.
yelling to the open house.
Charlotte's gonna look around and like listen in case anything is in the house.
He said he's gonna do the same, like just keep an ear out.
Okay. You can make general perception checks.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Beyond the wind occasionally rustling through the window, the house seems rather quiet.
Hmm.
Well,
Okay.
this strikes me as either a trap or a distraction. We
To
know
take-
that they are planning something here that we haven't addressed yet. And now they're trying to make us run all the way back to the Belik.
Either way, the goal appears to be to just boss us around.
To make us go this far instead of meeting with someone here, there could be someone important they want us to talk to.
I don't think I want to be on speaking terms with them.
And in a city of that size, giving us no direction to go off of, there's
That is a good
thousands
point.
of people there.
Let's cross the bridge when we get to it.
Well, what do we do about Delilah when we leave? I don't want to leave her alone.
She has been taking care of herself, unfortunately, for the past as long as I've been gone.
But
If she needs something, I'm going to help her out, but there's no space in the wagons right now, and it's probably safer in here than it is out there.
Let's at least make sure to inform Veronica of all this, at least.
Mm-hmm.
it would be smart to do. We need to find Delilah.
I left her at the cellar.
Vegas, a moment before you go with everyone else.
Right.
She's gonna motion him down so she can whisper.
Oh, if they're
Yeah.
whispering, they'll be out of
You-
here. You don't
you
worry,
don't
folks.
Aspen's just watching.
That means you too.
Maybe we could go back to the Thieves' Army.
About
We
this.
Yes, about this. If they're threatening you, then the Thieves' Army probably won't like that. If they're after you.
That's something to consider, but I'm wondering now if they wanted my house for what's downstairs.
Hmm.
So I'm apprehensive.
Alright, let's Aspen? She kind of looks over to them.
Aspen,
Let's... Okay.
I was curious.
Me too.
Delilah is just around the corner, just kind of like watching the staircase towards the cellar. Did you find anything?
Yeah,
A flyer in Arnerian.
It's a peculiar thing.
Yeah.
It was sent by the Ferals.
Shh, I was gonna ask her how she felt about Brethren first. We have to ease her into it.
Who?
The Ferals.
I'm insight checking Delilah. I'm sorry, old lady.
Go ahead.
Surely you know what a human is.
Wow.
Anti-human racism? We'll spot immediately.
Yeah, with a 23 and 26, she seems genuinely confused. She does, like, this is kind of like the first time she's really heard about the Ferals.
Oh, my sweet nurse has been living under a rock, thank God.
I wonder about them. Iron masks, brown coats, they're dangerous.
Are they like thugs?
Yeah.
But worse.
They are.
Yes.
They...
Well, what would they want with us?
Charlotte looks to the floor. Do you want me to tell her?
No. Do you know what's down there?
I wasn't permitted down there.
But you knew.
I knew something was happening.
Insight.
Yeah.
Shit.
She knew something was happening.
She knew something was happening, God damn it. Okay. When was it boarded up? How long after we were gone did it get boarded up?
Believe it was boarded up after your mom disappeared.
So right after the war ended?
Just about.
Mm. And you promised nobody else has been back since.
You're the
I'm
first
the
person
first one
that-
back.
Yeah, you're the first person I've seen since then. Your sisters went
Well.
to Orloris and haven't seen anyone else since. Most of the staff decided to find other work in Louvain.
Can't really blame them.
We do know full well that it may not be the only way to have gotten into that basement in the years since.
It's quite possible someone may have sneaked in through other ways, yes.
There is a door that we cannot open after all.
Yeah, we see the writing on it.
You say Sealy writing?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's very peculiar.
Who was my
Honestly,
dad?
not the weirdest part about the basement.
Repeat your question, Gal.
Who was my dad?
Your dad was a very ambitious knight. And he unfortunately was felled in battle a long time ago. You were still a baby at this point. Your mother was quite distraught when he didn't return.
And that's why there's a statue of him down there.
Most likely. I haven't seen it, but I could understand why your mother would have that.
Hmm.
She seems to be
I-
forthright.
Hmm. So he didn't die of a magical ailment?
No, not that I'm aware of.
That's what I was told most growing up. I didn't question it.
Mm.
Hmm.
Did you hear that from your mother?
Uh-huh.
I don't know why she would say that.
Hmm. What time of day is it, by the way? Out of character.
It's already pushing like 9 or 10 at night.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to go and deal with this problem, or should we board up the window and simply wait for the next day?
The two who shot the arrow left. Let's just patch it up for now and go to bed. I have a lot to think of.
I believe we all do, yes.
I will go around and make sure the other doors outside are locked, just in case.
Thank you.
How about you give me the keys and I'll do it.
Oh, certainly. She shifts for a second and then pulls out a ring of many, 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 many keys.
Ignatius will volunteer to go along as well.
And she, like, gestures to, like, a set of keys that are kind of, like, next to each other, about, like, 7 or 8 or so. It's like, these should be for most of the outer doors.
All right. And Ignatius, yes, please. Now I've got to find them. Locking this one.
Alright.
Okay, I'm just gonna say Ignatius is tagged along with her because I'm having a difficult time playing catch up.
She quick.
Alright, I'm just gonna leave Ignatius where he is for.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can
If
find
I have
these
to
doors.
drag you to Vanya, I will.
Lock this one. The
I
whole
mean,
time
at least it'll
she's
get me a layout.
doing this, she's keeping looking at this flyer as she's wandering around.
It's
To the left.
give me an insight check. Yeah, it's just a strange object to be attached to an arrow.
It's like a tourist's thing, right?
Yeah.
Would I be able to inside check that as well? Like,
Actually, I can
having
give
found it?
you a insight check for the arrow.
Oh,
Yeah, what kind of
'Cause
arrow is
you're
it?
the one that pulled it off.
alas.
It looks rather ordinary. The only thing of note that you can glean from it is that it is a crossbow bolt. And that's about it.
Is it
No
a
useful
big
information.
crossbow bolt or a small crossbow bolt?
It's
If that's possible to discern.
it's definitely a smaller crossbow bolt.
So we're looking at like a hand crossbow or something.
Yeah, it's definitely
Something like that.
concealable.
Could Ignatius take a look at the letter while doing the rounds?
Yeah, she'll hand it over the motions for it.
I'd like for him to maybe stop by the kitchen at some point, see if there's, I don't know, how like knowledgeable would it be about the lemon juice secret writing trick? Is that something people would know?
I mean, you could try.
Ignatius will give it a once over, like holding it up to a candle to look for something through the transparency, looking at it from a funny angle, using a little bit of lemon juice to smear it. I want him to give it the rundown.
Okay. And you said like just using like lemon juice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't want to like tear this
Yeah, I
thing
get it.
apart or burn it.
I think I've got at least found all the doors now. I can't see any more. Unless I'm missing some.
Yeah, all the exterior main building doors have been locked.
Okay, good.
Give me an insight check, Ignatius.
Alright. I'm so good at looking at things. God!
You don't speak Arnarian, right?
No.
Yeah,
He's
so
just looking for anything weird.
all the words are just very strange to you. Attempting to use lemon juice on it, as it were, does not seem to reveal anything.
Well, so much for that. He will return it to Vanya at their leisure.
So, question for the DM: we cleared every space in the cellar except for what's behind the locked door, right?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. Bedtime.
Everyone turning in for the night?
No. Someone is very quietly, constantly, and paranoidly, until she cannot stay awake any longer, walking the whole of the estate until she is either stopped by somebody or has to sleep. One of the two.
Which room belonged to Vegas's parents?
Parents?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Just gonna leave her in the hall here.
Remind me, could it be possible to have multiple castings of the alarm spell going at the same time?
I thought it's concentration. I might be wrong.
Nope.
Unless the spell
Standard
specifies
roll.
otherwise. Your parents' bedroom would be on the northwestern side of the estate.
I'd like for Ignatius to set an alarm spell at the basement's entrance.
I didn't know you had alarm.
Yeah, it's listed there, so figured I might as well.
Sick.
Interesting. Cool.
Nice spell. Is this it?
Yes, that is it. Yeah, it will last for 8 hours. And, yeah, that should give you are you going to make it a mental or an audible noise? I imagine a mental one.
Mental, yeah.
Okay.
Purple alert.
Okay. So yes, you know that your mother spent most of her time over on this side. This is one of the rooms where she would entertain visitors.
Mm. And that's like the bed in there?
That's her bedroom, yes.
Okay, good. Okay. I'm gonna start peeling this place apart, looking for clues. Non-violently and quietly, so everybody can sleep, of course.
So I have a thing. Because Charlotte's a little on edge. If I stay up, but keep still, I have an ability. Essentially, I could detect, if I stay still for an hour, I could just sense other people moving around.
Yeah, that's pretty
That's called
innate for
anxiety.
yeah, that's pretty innate for when you are sleeping. So, because the 1 hour without moving is just part of your resting.
Okay, so it's fine. So this is included rest.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll go to bed.
All right. And then what were you doing again, Vegas?
I'm kind of just peeling the place apart, looking for clues, taking books out of shelves, and seeing if there's any sort of trace of like, whenever she might have last been here or whatever. If there's any clues to her whereabouts after the war ended.
Okay. Investigation check. Okay. You tear through the room for a bit, and a lot of it is pretty ordinary, mundane stuff. You do find a logbook, that is in one of the chests underneath the bed, and very easily able to just kind of like crack it open and take a look inside. And it is dating various visitors that have been to the estate prior to the war. You notice that the journal entries regarding the visitors seem to slow down and then stop entirely about a year into the war. But looking through it, it details some of the individuals. There's a couple names, not anything that immediately stands out to you, but the only thing that is apparent is that each individual visitor is someone of an arcane prowess. They're either scholars, wizards, mages, sorcerers, someone who is innate or adept at spellcasting in some form or manner.
Interesting. Are any names on repeat?
None of their names seem to repeat.
Okay, got it. I will add that to my things. And there's nothing else of note.
Nothing else.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I'm only keeping the token where it is because I'm just not going to keep moving around the map. But at some point, she's definitely going to have walked past Charlotte's room. It would trigger that senses. Where would that be on the map?
Charlotte's on the opposite side, close to where the cellar is, actually. Vanya spots a Vegas, immediately vacates the area.
Yeah, right.
Backstory about that.
Vegas jump scare.
So,
What did I miss?
oh, is Vanya small?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
she's got say nah. She's gonna know that's Vanya and still sleep.
Okay. Just making sure.
Too short to be a threat. Clearly, Vanya.
Do you actually know the size of it as well?
Yes.
You know if the creature size character. That's cool. I like that. Yeah, no, she's just constantly patrolling, basically.
Okay.
Until, extreme tiredness.
Yeah, Vegas, you see Vanya is still, like, kind of just, like, wandering around.
That's okay.
Gonna let it go?
It's not out of the ordinary. We kind of had a mini break-in. I get it.
Okay. Alright, is anyone else doing anything before we close out the night? It doesn't sound like it.
Not really. You said
I
it's
wouldn't
like
say.
drawing and making it, calling it an early night on her end.
Nothing but a fair bit of wondering.
Okay. Vanya, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Yep.
You're going to take 1 level of exhaustion as you stay awake the whole night. You do not gain a long rest.
Oh.
Everyone else, you sleep peacefully. You can all benefit from long rest, save Vanya. All right. So, wake up. It's a new day. Nothing appears to have happened in the night. At some point, I'll say that. Let's see. Let's make it funny. Iset, when you come out, you find Vanya, still in the halls. She does not look like she has slept.
I'm in the main hall.
Whereabouts?
Main room.
Vanya, are you alright?
Yeah, fine. Looks to a set. It's just the morning, right? She kind of pinches her nose a bit and wanders towards the kitchen area.
Have you slept at all?
No. I'll be fine.
I worry sometimes.
Too far.
I am going to be on edge for a while until we decide whatever the hell we're doing.
True.
Well, if you would like to play directly into whatever their hand may be, feel free to keep running yourself so ragged that a breeze could wind up killing you one of these days.
Delilah greets you, Aspen, as you head into the kitchen. Oh, were you
Good morning.
going to help with breakfast?
I tried breakfast yesterday, and I think I made complete mess. So I would like if you could maybe teach me some of what you know.
Oh, yeah, certainly. Just grab some of those, and she directs you to start gathering materials. Go ahead and make your survival check with advantage, with Delilah helping you. There we go.
Yeah.
With the 21, you are able to cook up quite a hearty meal. If you have any preference for what that is, that can be up to you. But I would say you go ahead and gain one of those points towards your chef feat. I will go ahead and update your sheet.
It's probably going to be like a selection of things because Aspen knows the party has a fairly varied taste. There's going to be, fried meats and mushrooms, and there's going to be like, I don't know, what can you even make for? Ooh, oatmeal. There'll be oatmeal. That's a good vegetarian breakfast.
All right. I say you can whip this up in a rather timely manner. So if you wish to return to the party, you can.
And of course, extra hot water for Vanya. I bring food and hot water.
Ears perk up.
Aspen has returned and carrying very large trays of well-prepared breakfast. It smells fantastic.
Oh, you have done yourself, Aspen.
I was only learning. Most of this was Delilah.
But you're learning. That's what's important.
Helps to have someone who actually knows what they're doing. All those ingredients is more varied than I'm used to.
It's always good to have someone cook. I have memories of people who love food and then don't cook.
Well, it's not too unusual.
I like my food, but I was not often the cook of the family. Most of my cooking experience comes from hunting.
Makes sense.
Open fire is very different to big oven and lots of ingredients in stocked kitchen.
Everyone partaking in breakfast today, roll a d6, and the number you roll, you can add as temporary HP for the day.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Everyone's rolling pretty good.
Oh my god, all the 5s.
Couple 6s there as well. That's nice.
I feel like
That's-
I'm the odd one out.
Man,
You love to see it.
3 on a d6 is still good. Like, nobody rolled badly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
The
but
crew
it's
has
just not the same.
officially eaten their Wheaties this morning.
Also, yeah.
How certain are we that this is a trap and not them threatening?
It would be a long trap if they have us go all the way to the desert instead of just to some warehouse in Louvain.
Why would the Ferals willingly give us any information that's beneficial to us after what we have done to them? I suspect this is something to get us out of the way for long enough for them to achieve their aims here.
Perhaps
think
take
you
over this
may-
place.
I think you may be looking at it wrong. I don't think this is trap or lure. I do not think we are supposed to go there. I think this is threat.
That's why I'm worried.
Well, how would they know that you lived there?
It's possible they know someone who knows things, or maybe they're just based off accent or a lucky guess.
That's still... Isn't the city large?
There are
Vanya
many
has
mice there, yes.
never shown her face to any of the Ferals until we all
That's not true.
appeared before.
The fox that I killed, she was at the inn with Felds, and Felds was found out because of her.
But
And that means they know my face. They know all of us.
But that wasn't that about a week ago?
Right. And now we're here after we found information that they were operating here. They know my face, at the very least. They know... I'm worried.
How would they have followed us in that short of a time?
They
How
were
would they-
already here. Messages can travel faster than people. If they sent messages to Louvain,
Fair enough.
Going all this way to know about your family?
to get us out of the way, I mean, I'm assuming they would assume I would try and get you all to come along, which is true. But
It feels awfully complicated for a threat to simply tell someone to leave. Frankly, I believe we should pay them a visit. See what exactly they want, sort it out over a nice conversation and some tea.
oh, you know where they are, do you?
Yeah, do you have...
We can do some
any-
snooping. Could be easy enough.
Easy enough when the guard haven't found them, and neither have any other groups that I know of.
Do you think yourself particularly good at finding these sorts of leads? Because otherwise, there isn't exactly anything for us to do here in Louvain still.
And last time we trusted your instinct, you nearly got us into a lot of trouble.
The last time you trusted my instinct, I was following someone's nudge, for the record.
That's true.
Well, I think
I'm
we should...
simply stating we should, perchance, try and look around, see if we can have a follow-up on this encounter with them.
Shouldn't we be talking to the night captain? Veronica?
I'm sure
We
Veronica
should,
would love to
yes.
share some information with us.
It's a good start, but
I mean,
um,
we're going to
Exchange
be on the
information.
road.
Tell her what she know. Tell her what we know. Ask whatever she knows.
And we're going to be on the road. I mean, she might be able to help handle this while we're away.
There's still the issue of the thieves' army. Was that ever sorted out?
Vanya's very bad at hiding her expressions at the moment. So she's gonna glance to Vegas and then over to the rest of the group.
Okay, so we went to the Thieves' Army the other night just to see what was going on.
Yes, and?
And
I mean, they wanted me to join because I'm a veteran, but they also wanted to buy the estate.
And they were very cagey when I asked about the ferals.
Cage
Do they-
as in
They
not
wanted us
liking
to
wolf?
leave the moment I brought them up.
That would explain a few things.
As it stands, I'm on quote-unquote good terms with them. I told them that I would consider their offer. I'm not selling the house, and I'm not joining them, I don't think. But as far as they're concerned, we're on good terms. Good enough.
was there a stated reason why they wanted this house?
They wanted to turn it into some kind of housing barracks development for members in elements. But
And I think we can suppose a few ulterior motives from what we found beneath the home yesterday.
We
yes,
can't.
I was getting to that.
Yeah, we can't sell it with that.
It wasn't even. We didn't even speak with the person who was so interested in it. We spoke with their second string, so to speak. So, whoever is that powerful probably knows what's down there in some degree or another.
They're not going to try to seize it
No,
in any way.
no, they asked to buy it. I didn't ask for how much. And apparently they've tried buying it off of my nurse in the past, who very respectfully is not of the bloodline to do so.
The thieves' army want it. The ferals are clearly interacting with us in some manner. I'm inclined to believe whatever's down there is quite important to both these groups.
Which is why it's mine.
Well,
Alright, fair.
we have legal standing that hopefully stays together while we're leaving.
I don't want to think about it.
I mean,
Because the
Vegas.
best option is to have them staff guards around the place to make sure ferals don't fuck with it. But
I
that
wouldn't
would be
want to
giving
work.
them access.
I wouldn't want to work with them either. I'm just worried about Delilah over everything else. I know you say she's been able to do well alone. It's just she's one person.
Some measure of protection would be prudent, yes.
Another reason to talk to Veronica then.
Yes,
Exactly.
Veronica would be great for it.
But can we trust her?
I mean,
What do you mean?
As much as any other god.
Right. And I don't trust guards very much. Out of personal preference.
An understandable stance, I suppose.
I mean, we don't need to hire Veronica to like patrol the place. Just at least do like a check on Delilah every now and then.
Well, yeah, I want this place protected. I just don't want people around my stuff for more than, I don't want them living here. It feels
Yeah,
weird.
we won't do that.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. This is rough.
This is your house and your burden. We are beholden to your words in terms of what we shall do with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I know.
If
I,
you're not selling it,
hmm?
you definitely need someone looking over the house other than Delilah. And she's
Yeah.
to stop any intrusion from the ferals. And
Or the thieves' army. Who's to say they'll remain content with simply offering to purchase it?
they seemed more interested in operating above board with this. It's why make more problems when you can have a solution that's easier to get, potentially.
Do think about who you are talking about.
One of the most successful forces that has existed in a very long time, yeah.
One of the most successful gangs that have established control over the region.
Worldwide, from what I know, Ignatius. They're not
The
small.
point is, we should not be so willing to trust them.
Oh, I'm not suggesting that at all. Just, I think they would rather avoid an issue like that, that's all.
They may be willing to work above board for now, but how long until the annoyance of not getting what they want changes their tactic?
Vegas, how about this? We go back, we talk to them, we find out with more probing questions and with more of us what they're actually wanting there.
Mm-hmm.
It's clear they probably want it for more than something else now that we've seen what was down there.
Well, they also understand that I haven't been back home until now.
So they could have taken it any time between when you left and when you got here again.
I'm just saying, I think, first off, I'm going to do the talking. Second, maybe I can lead them on as though I don't know what's under my floorboards.
A sensible approach.
So, yeah, I will see if I can get an audience with, what's his face? Wilbur Webley.
Wendell.
Thank you. Yeah, I will speak to him later.
Alone?
I will likely
Yeah.
not be in attendance for obvious reasons.
Yes, alone is probably best.
Alright. Alone?
Yes, alone. I
Okay.
have the stone ascending if anything goes bad, but you kind of ticked them off last time we were there.
Yeah.
If you want, I could come with you and just stay silent behind your big intimidating wall of security.
That's okay, I already do that myself, thank you.
You do, this is true, but I thought double trouble.
I don't want them... I don't know. I don't want to upset them somehow. Like I said,
Perhaps
I
better
will-
not to put them on the defensive.
I'll let you know
want
if
to
anything goes
threaten
good.
them into talking, you'll need to be doing a lot more threatening than that.
Okay, then I won't threaten them, and I'm just going to talk as though I'm some dumb kid that came home after a long, long trip.
I believe you can pull that off, yes.
I know.
So the rest of us, while you do that, go see Veronica.
Yeah, if y'all have nothing better to do.
I know what I want to do, but you all seem to think it's a stupid idea, so...
Vanya,
I didn't say that.
They can't be monitoring. To go all that way, they would at least give us some sort of time for it.
No, they wouldn't. That's too courteous.
That's,
What, they gonna just stalk us like every walking day we go east?
Maybe.
they might not even be trying to hurt my family. That's if that's even their idea. If they know I'm from Arneria, then they could have just been throwing darts at the bot and seeing what stuck. But I'm overthinking this.
Maybe you could send a message home.
I already have. I was about to say I could also go to the post office. I did tell them in the letter to send mail to Louvain. Maybe I can go pick it up.
Look, it is clearly an attempt to intimidate us one way or another, but as a threat, this is incredibly cryptic. Need I remind you?
I think collecting it on the mail will be a good choice. Just in case there is any indication in there, or maybe things are all normal, and that may reduce worry.
And then what?
And we continue with our old plan. We head north and find that lost delver and a scout and whatever else we were going to do that I am currently blanking on.
You should rest.
No, not today.
Eventually.
Tonight.
Deal?
Deal.
Excellent.
Actually, and she'll slide the sending stone over to Charlotte. Someone with a head on their shoulders right now.
Sounds
All right.
good.
Putting sending stone in inventory.
Alright, that's my affairs.
Anyone else have anything else they want to do here?
Not
Not that I
personally.
can think of.
I still hate the city, so.
Do
Not
you want to
really.
come get my mail with me? If it's there?
Fine.
You're not going alone.
That's why I asked Aspen. And I don't know if Ski wants to come along, but I don't know.
Okay.
Well, there's not much more to learn by just sitting around. I'll take
Okay.
anything at this point.
Some of us are going to help Vaughn with mail. He said we
Yeah.
need to go see Veronica.
We do.
You should probably take Ignatius then.
Yes, Ignatius, you're coming with us.
I suppose as much.
No negotiating it. You're coming with us, whether you like it or not.
I never said I wasn't. I'm okay with this.
Good.
Vegas,
Mm-hmm.
in addition to the deal of me actually going to sleep tonight,
Oh, yeah.
if you even think it's going sideways, you get into that sending stone.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Why so
Ugh.
aggressive? I wanted to visit her anyways.
Fighting entire Thieves' army sounds like a terrible idea, but if you get in trouble, I will do it.
I could take them on.
No, I don't think so. But
Just
together,
face-
maybe.
Face into both palms, just.
I think it would take all of us.
I think I'd be able to hold them off until you got there. Anyway,
I think you would.
yeah, I'm good to go.
You two have certainly been playing nice with each other.
Alrighty. So, where are we heading off first with who?
Which do you think will take longer?
I don't think anyone in particular is going to be any longer than any other.
Do
So
guys
Vanya
wanna
has
rock,
to-
paper, scissors.
Bullet, paper, shears, oh boy.
Now we roll a 6-sided dice. 1 and 2 is Vegas. 3 and 4 is Vanya's group, and 5 and
Alright.
6 is
We
Iggy
send Diane. No. Yeah, let's just roll the 6.
Who rolls it?
They-
Oh, you first.
I see. Okay,
Off
that's
you
good.
go.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so we're doing Vegas and who else?
Just Vegas.
Just Vegas? Okay. And you are heading, what, back to the Veterans Union?
Yeah, I'm back to the Union.
Alright. Fallout, Just Vegas.
That's pretty good.
Where did my observer token go? Just grab a new one. Okay. It's Vegas. You
Hello.
make your way back down to Veterans Union. Oh, here's the other one.
Oh, it's completely black for me.
It's
Like I
completely
can
Yeah.
see the outlines of the map, but it's entirely dark. Like I see Fog of the War and like the light
Refresh.
sources.
Yeah, you probably need to refresh.
Okay.
Any problem at all, refresh before screaming into the void.
Sorry, it's a natural propensity of mine.
No, it's understandable. It's just
Alright,
Foundry.
it's making me log in 1 sec.
Yeah, that's probably what it was. It logged you out.
I'm so sad. Everyone's so mean to me.
stands in shower.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the ass for it.
I think everyone in this group has the ass for it. That's
True.
brutal.
Everybody is caked up. We are all very attractive main characters.
Prove it.
That's-
Pixar didn't happen. Wait.
I
Danny also
Okay,
argues this that all PCs are hot until proven otherwise.
that's why in my opinion the true heroes of being a player at DMD are the folks that play intentionally ugly characters.
Oh, you've got to meet
Legends,
Moss
all of
one
them.
day.
I'd love to. Anyway,
So you head in. Nobody seems to pay you much mind this time.
oh well.
They kind of wave as you walk by.
Hi. You back?
Wendell, who is once again up at his desk, looks towards you and nods. Welcome back. Do you
Thank you.
have time to sleep on the ordeal?
I've thought on it, and I still need to get some things in order. There's some questions that I wanted to ask in addition to what we already discussed.
Okay. Like what?
Who was I supposed to meet with? Oscar? Like out of character?
There was a person of interest named Oswald who was looking
Oswald.
to recruit you specifically.
Okay. When Oswald sent to recruit me, was he also the one surveying my estate?
Don't believe so. General Vincent has had an eye on your estate for some time.
How long?
Few years, give or take.
How many years after the war ended?
I don't think I know the answer to that.
And he didn't give any specific reason why he's had his eye on it for so long? After, my nurse and primary caretaker of the estate has denied it.
Well, the caretaker, as you described, said she was not of royal blood, so she couldn't sell it even if she wanted to. So we were
That's right.
required to wait until someone showed up, or if the city deemed it abandoned enough in a way that they could possibly end up demolishing it. But no, the estate has been of interest for a while for expanded housing needs for both members and veterans.
And that's what General Vincent said.
Yes, why? He's looking at you curiously now.
No, I'm just wondering if, that is what you were told, or if that is verbatim what was said, but
Are you implying that my general has ulterior motives?
no, things get lost in translation very often, and I think it would be more effective for General Vincent and I to speak on this matter person to person.
I assure you, General Vincent does not get things lost in translation.
I
But
understand.
if you are wanting to meet with him, I could schedule a meeting. He's busy tonight, but if you are here tomorrow, I could see if he is willing to talk.
I think it could be arranged, although my delving group and I were actually going to leave tomorrow on our next lead. So I have to make sure with them that it's okay that we extend our stay for just a bit.
We could schedule it for something in the morning. That way you can depart shortly after if needed.
Let's try that. I'll let you know if anything comes up that would compromise my schedule.
Okay. I will put word forward to General Vincent. He will be most likely pleased to negotiate. He has been very eager to get his hands on the estate for some time.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, that's all. Have a good one.
All right. And just goes back to his desk.
And once I'm outside, I start sweating profusely, like, oh, jeez. Okay, that's it.
The otter leans over menacingly. Do you think my boss is setting you up?
Yes, like internally, psychically, yes. I'm gonna go back home. And on the sending stone to Charlotte, just a few quick words as though I'm like paging you. Meeting fine. Need to talk later. To group.
Yeah, Norman, where are you right now? Because you're not appearing on any scene for me.
I am the Veterans Union map now. I think I had to disconnect. I think I had to disconnect, reconnect, like the moment you pulled everyone.
Yeah, it only had you at the estate, so... But it looks like everything
Ah,
is
shit, we
connected
left
now.
them behind.
It's all good.
Kevin!
So, Gao, if you'd like to repeat your message to Norman.
Yeah, meeting went fine. Need to talk to group later.
Going to respond back. All right. Meeting with Victoria now.
Okay, bye. XOXO. No, I'm kidding.
Veronica, but yes.
Veronica. That's why I wrote the name wrong.
You wrote
in the
the
note.
first name that I gave, which was a mistake.
Whoop.
Oh, funny.
Okay. So we are going to Veronica's scene next, I assume. So who all is in this one?
Me, Charlotte, Ignatius.
All right.
Hi, how you doing?
All right. So, you three head into the guardhouse, greeted once again by the same desk jockey. It does not look like, from the way he's like almost camped out here, it doesn't even look like he ever leaves. There are papers about, but they seem to be organized in a way that he clearly knows what he's doing with them. And there's occasional cups of coffee, like both empty and full. And he kind of looks up to you as you come in.
This man is fueled entirely by caffeine.
This man scares me.
Yes, what is it?
We would like to speak to the night guard once more.
Captain Veronica's down the hall. He just doesn't even pay you any attention at this point.
Thank you. And he
Ignatius
just
sort of
immediately starts walking that way.
take it off and make his way over as well.
So yes, you make your way back down the familiar hall to Veronica's office. Doors closed, but from the looks through the stained glass window, there might be somebody inside. Who's knocking?
Ignatius will step forth and knock.
You hear a muffled voice from the other side. Come in.
Ignatius will open the door and usher everyone in before following himself.
He said walks in, not without a smile, shot to Veronica.
Veronica, finishes, what looks to be like eating breakfast, and, straightens herself up. She is wearing a little bit more, business casual at this point. No armor. Still wearing the porcelain mask, of course. Looks to
Naturally.
your group. It's like, oh. Did something happen? Seems very peculiar that you've visited me twice now.
Well, we're about to be leaving soon, but we want to, we came to you that you could hopefully help keep an eye on an old lady who's a friend of ours, just to make sure things are fine.
Oh? Okay.
We believe there's trouble.
Are you familiar with Delilah?
The name is not particularly familiar.
I am blanking at Vegas's family name.
Grimeshka State.
The Grimeshka
Yes,
estate.
that one.
She is the sole caretaker of it. We spent some time there, but we ran into a bit of trouble with... Are you familiar with the Farrells?
No, but you brought them up last time. Well, the first time you visited me.
Well, they broke one of the windows, and
One of them
We
shot
just-
a crossbow bolt inside with, for
With a
some reason, a
message.
flyer attached to it for a city in Greater Arneria.
She looks confused for a moment. Okay,
Who would have
so
followed us home?
welcome me back a second. This Delilah, I assume she lives at this estate?
yes.
She does, yes.
Okay. So you want me to keep an eye out for her?
Well, a welfare check.
I could maybe post a guard at the estate entrance.
Yes, just making sure, because we are leaving in She would be living alone, and we don't want anything. We don't want anyone to hurt her. We don't know if anyone will, but she is living alone.
Okay, yeah, that shouldn't be too big a deal. I could have a officer posted at the gate. Just have someone take shifts there. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. But you mentioned they shot an arrow through the window.
Yes.
Did you get any good look at the perpetrators?
Well, ferals are they usually wear robes, and they wear like iron masks resembling their species.
2 painted figures, iron masks, letter coats, otherwise everything more or less concealed underneath their clothing and all.
It's a bit unfortunate. Well, I can't go around just asking every canine I run into
No,
probing
that'd be a full
questions.
there.
It's understandable. We just don't want anything bad to happen to Delilah when we depart.
Of course, I will make sure that's taken care of, and I will see if I can get some kind of investigation going, since this is clearly something going on. Do you have any reason to know why they would shoot? You said they left a flyer?
Yes.
And was there anything specific on it? Any words that were highlighted?
It appeared to be a generic flyer for the city of Kazmak, which one of our party members is from there, meaning that this may be a veiled threat of some kind, but if so, it is woefully cryptic.
You said one of your party members was from there.
Yes.
Well, without seeing the letter, the only assumption I can make is they're possibly threatening your friend. They may know where she's from.
And that's what I was saying, yes.
So, these ferals are someone we've come across before in Dole. They be seeming to terrorize the Brethren population, and we've gotten in a couple scuffles with them before. We just want to make sure they aren't trying to hurt a friend of ours.
Like I said, I'll keep a rotating watch on the estate. But as a matter for the ferals, I will have to figure out. I'll have to start some kind of investigation branch for this, because this seems to be a bit more covert than I'm used to.
We appreciate the help.
Yes.
Okay. Was there any other information you think I need to know?
I think that's about it.
Okay. And you said you were leaving tomorrow?
I don't think there's anything else, so... It most likely, unless there's an interruption, tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay. Well... If there is nothing else, Iset,
Yes.
since you're departing so soon, I was wondering if you'd like to go out to the Palace Gardens tonight.
Oh, I would love to.
Charlotte's gonna gasp, take Ignatius's hand, and drive both of them out of the office.
Ignatius will be a little surprised for a moment, wondering why he's being tugged along, and then will go along with it.
Charlotte
Veronica's
understand.
Veronica's demeanor changes a bit, and she looks a bit more flirtatious at this point. Since you're leaving so soon, I was thinking I'd give you a gift. You'll have to wait till then to see it, but something for us to be able to not have to mind the distance as much.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, sweetheart.
Of course. See you tonight.
See you tonight.
She kind of stands up and walks over and gives you another kiss on the cheek.
He said gladly returns it and gives a little twiddle of her fingers on her way out.
She, as you're leaving, you notice that she doesn't quite skip, but she looks very eager at the moment. Yeah. So she's very clearly happy about tonight. And you exit out of her office, closing the door behind you.
Broad smile on her face, of course.
Did you three have anything else, or was this scene concluded for now?
I think
That's
that's it.
Okay. And then, what is the last one we're doing? Is it Vanya and Aspen? Something about mail?
The
But
mail.
Aspen and I think Husky?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gonna go check to see if Vanya actually got mail.
All right. You head back to the post office. Arriving in, it's rather busy, but unsurprising. There's postal workers coming and going on occasion. You flag one down, I assume asking about any recent letters.
Yeah. Because I told
Uh,
them to send mail to Louvain, because that's where we were going. So.
Okay. You flag down a bovine woman, much like your build, brown fur, with some darker spots. She smiles to you. Oh, you said you were looking for a letter from Arneria?
Yeah. Under the name Vanya Davidian.
Vidian, let me see. No, I'm sorry, I don't have anything from there just yet. When did you send
It would have been about
correspondence?
a week ago from Dole.
Week ago from Dole.
It
Well,
might not have arrived now that I think about it.
yes, that distance would take roughly a week for one of our runners to get out that far, so it may take another week or so before it returns.
She suddenly feels very stupid.
Do you want me to redirect the mail anywhere?
I would like that, but I'm forgetting where we're planning on going to next.
Are you Delvers by chance?
Yes.
Well, I happen to run along varied routes, so if you need a letter sent to your wagon directly, I could potentially redirect it. I just need to know the general direction in which you're heading.
We're heading. I think it was. She kind of looks the two with a. We were going to the. There's a lake, I think, up north.
Are we still set on going there?
Everyone else seems to think so. So yeah,
Like Raingrass.
that's the one.
Okay.
Maybe would be good idea to forward mail to Isvisk.
Is Visk?
It's
That's
this. Even further north in Oria.
I mean, the lake is before then, by a fair amount.
Oh, I thought. I must have my places mixed up. I thought we were going past.
No, the lake is it's close, but it's south of Oria. That would be where we're going. We're in a rock steady. It's just we've got a rock steady and what's the faster?
Rio.
Yeah, the Rio is Vegas's wagon, but I would be fine for it getting there too.
Which lake did we say this? Sorry.
I keep blanking on the name.
If you'll actually look at the map, there are
boss.
exclamation points
There it is.
indicating where your quests are currently at.
Yeah, I was
I was
getting mixed up with going to
Fishing through my
Ellis
notes.
Now you have map indicators.
So yeah, Rain Blast. Yeah, that's where we're headed first.
I was getting my places mixed up. Yes, wagon is probably best idea.
Okay. Well, if you're heading that way, I can always ask people, local villages, if they've seen you and which way you're heading. So I should be able to follow from there.
Okay, that's fantastic. Thank you.
Of course.
Actually, all this makes me think maybe I should send a letter. I have not contacted home since I left.
It's probably a good idea.
Brief moment, do you have paper I can use?
Not anything immediately on me. I have letters.
We could go back and write one up, and then you can send one before we leave.
Duh.
It'd be easier that way.
Duh, this works.
Alright, well, I have to get going. I have to make a trip all the way to Dungeon Town right now.
Oh well, be safe, and thank you.
Safe travels, and without like a moment's speech, she is dashing out the door. She is very fast for a bovine.
Can I make this is a perception check just to look into the crowds? I'm very on edge.
Okay, yeah.
That should be a disadvantage, but I don't think I'm rolling
I don't
lower
think
than
it's... Yeah. No. It's just a bunch of people.
that. Let's get back. I'm sorry. I feel like I wasted our time.
Yeah, it was nice to get out, and the city is not terribly busy right now.
And now, if you do get any message sent our way, it won't be stuck waiting here until we get back.
It was a sensible idea.
Alright. Oh, thank you for entertaining me, at least. Do either of you have anywhere else? Or...
I do not think so.
Ski?
As long as we are ready to make this next trip, I don't have anything else to do here at the moment.
Alright, let's get back to the others, I hope. And I guess that's us going back to the estate.
Alrighty. I assume everybody was heading back to the estate after their tasks were done.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So after a little bit, I'd say little past noon, everyone's returned to the estate at this point. Did you have any particular plans for the day? Other than communicating amongst each other?
So yeah, Vegas is calling a town hall.
In the dining hall.
Yeah. And so I have secured a meeting with none other than General Vincent of the Thieves' Army tomorrow morning.
Oh,
Anyone that
Oh,
can make me history checks if you want.
I'm a
Oh, I
smart
think I
girl.
will. I'm
give
so
me this
good at
one
this.
thing. Come on, dice. Fuck.
Roll 13, still gets a dirty 20.
Let's see. Yeah, Aski, Aset, and Charlotte, you all know of the infamous General Vincent. He was one of the major decisive figures in helping end the Invader War. His army, as it were, composed of, quite literally, thieves and brigands, were able to outmaneuver the invader army, and with their guerrilla tactics were able to whittle them down. And he partook in a final battle in Vigneaux to help reclaim one of the last major cities. And at some point during the war, he lost his arm. He now controls the thieves' army as it is, and apparently operates them out of Louvain.
You're not going to be making a deal with them, are you?
No. I'm trying to find out why General Vincent has had his eyes on my estate in particular for a while, it would seem. He has apparently, or at least somebody on behalf of the Thieves' Army, has made offers to my nurse in the time that I've been gone.
Well, it's not like there's no offense. There's got to be better options, right? This place isn't exactly.
That's what I'm saying. They told me, like I said, they want to turn it into some kind of barracks, but just, a organization, nevertheless a general who very specifically wants this location despite the state that it's in, needs to have ulterior motives. It's not like, yeah, no, it's not in great shape. It would cost them less to just buy land,
Certainly.
Yes.
Someone
So
as renowned as him has to have some other aims.
okay, so let's pretend that he knows, right? He knows about whatever is down there, including what might be behind the door. Why would he want that?
Evidence? Maybe there's a weapon, a tool, treasure behind the door, information that could be gotten.
Maybe it's just a matter of logistics. Door goes somewhere special. He wants to get there and back.
But where is the question?
I
Do you think there could be a method of magical transport behind that door?
I was just thinking that. I was trying to
Quite
remember what
possibly.
was the name of that.
I'm right now I want to pretend that it's keeping something in, and that's why we shouldn't fuck with it.
I agree.
So
I don't
let's
think anyone
not.
I would rather not handle this to anyone else at the moment because we don't know what it is, what it can do, and what someone could want for it.
There's a ward on it in Sealy's. Whatever is behind it is going to be something at least. But
And
probably
if-
should be left out in the open to random criminals.
I'm I'm still not going to sell them the house. And considering how respectful and above board they've been thus far, I think they're going to be, good on honoring my choice. But I don't know. I need a deck to play with here. I don't negotiate. I just hit things.
I have something for you for this.
What's that?
She's gonna
Charlotte, if it's another bar of soap.
She's gonna pull out a card
Oh, cool.
from her deck. Tomorrow, I will help you be a little more presenting.
What's on the card? Can I take it?
It's enhanceability.
Oh, sick. I'll, I don't have any pockets. I just put it down in front of me.
Oh, it doesn't work like that. She's gonna try to get the card back.
Oh.
It's a
Alright.
focus.
Oh.
But I'll have it ready for tomorrow.
That's good. Iggy,
Yes.
what do you want with the Thieves' Army again?
That is a very complicated question with a very simple answer.
Okay, so what's the answer?
I do not like them. I would like them to cease operations.
That seems like a long con kind of deal.
I never said it wasn't.
I don't trust them.
You shouldn't trust them.
My only beat on them is that they also dislike the Pharaohs possibly as much as we do. But
Well, the enemy of your enemy is still your enemy, but they can be played against one another.
yeah, so how do I strategize? Can you help me?
I think if you mention the Pharaohs in a, I don't want to use the word pleading, but a pleading context, they might be open to help, provide information about the Pharaohs. Go along with them. Go along with the thieves. See if they'll be open to providing information if you say the Pharaohs are snooping around.
Yeah, mention the attack.
Yeah, I can definitely bring that to the table. I need to be prepared to not be sold on this offer, right? I still don't know how much they're about to offer me, and I'm sure it's going to be a suspicious amount of money for a place in this condition. So, that being said, how do I already used I'll consider it. So what can I do next to either tell them I'm gonna wait or tell them that it's a soft no / hard no, but softly delivered, you know?
Lead them on. An exchange. Deal with the Pharaohs and hint at going along with it. Never say anything affirmative.
Say they deal with the Pharaohs in Louvain, and then they get back onto Vegas.
But I don't want to say, like, I get what you're going for. I don't want to say I'll give you my house if you deal with the Pharaohs.
No,
don't.
I do not think you need to offer the house entirely. Just say, oh, perhaps if there were no Pharaohs to worry about, I would be more open to considering a deal.
Precisely what they said.
Okay, I like it.
But that still puts them in the court of, so we clear out this issue and you just give us the house?
No, they
You
figure
sort
out
out the
that
issue
issue
and
and I
then we
join them.
discuss.
And then they ask to use your house.
Which I say no to because before I sign anything, I'm going to make sure that that doesn't forfeit my possessions. I don't know. I don't even know if I want to join them, but I think that's a bargaining chip. Either they want me or they want the house or they want both of us, but I think they just want the house.
I think they want you so they get the house more easily. And I
Join
think
as a sign of good faith, perhaps.
Ooh, okay.
Obviously lying, you clearly have no intentions of going along with it, but make them believe you do.
Okay. I'm cooking.
Not to sound like an idiot, but how easy is it to leave Thieves' Army?
I don't think you can.
Yeah.
I feel like that may be issue.
maybe another one of us joins as collateral instead.
No, that's...
No.
They're not
No.
interested in any of us. If we show up, it'll be clear something is wrong.
Fair. So, they can't want it that desperately if they have waited over a decade. Or they're very, very patient.
Yeah, little A, little B.
Or they
It
have
could-
a particular reputation to uphold.
I highly doubt their reputation would stop them from acquiring a piece of land.
Well, they certainly can't try anything more forceful than asking politely, or else they might start drawing attention about why they want this home in particular so much.
If a random housekeeper ends up... I'm going to be using quite morbid terms, and I apologize in advance, Vegas. But if a housekeeper turns up dead and a house goes on the market, they could
I'll
simply
burn them to the
purchase it.
ground.
Burn it
No.
to the ground, dig through
Maybe-
the
No.
ashes.
Well, hang on. We got Veronica to help keep an eye on the place. I'm sure she'd be able to report into it if something bad does happen. Oh.
They have another angle.
What?
If they're this embedded into Louvain, then they have roots into the local government. They could just get it deemed as unsafe to be around and get it that way instead.
Right, they could have used other forms of leverage by now.
That's
Very
the
true.
other thing. It has been years and they haven't been successful. I think, if anything, Vegas saying no would at least solidify it.
They take the above board option, asking a family member that is actually here first. If it's denied to them that way, then they might go below board. That's all I'm saying.
I'm in agreement.
And yet they seem to have wanted to keep the place in decent, if not better, condition through all of that.
If there is some ulterior motive, if they want to investigate the basement, I don't see why they wouldn't want to also house troops here. It is a legitimate reason for wanting the building, in addition to the other more pressing concerns.
That gives them a resource, a place to station people, and to have people lodged, and whatever they need for the army down there, if they know it exists.
It suggests to me that it's something that they need to keep secured for more than a short while.
Did we ever translate the words around the door? Someone jog my memory on what it said if we did.
I did, but I can't remember what it said exactly. Like, out of character. It was a ward, at least, that much I know.
If it was a ward, to clearly keep something in, I presume.
There was ward, gate, and the Sealy.
Yes. Was
In that
one
order
made of
specifically?
sea?
I may be
The
drawing conclusions here.
the order did not seem to matter.
Okay. We can't exactly go up to the thieves' army and mention a warded gate in the Sealy without Vegas drawing too much attention.
Hmm.
It's complicated. Way
As
above my head.
a last resort, a sort of end-all be-all in terms of our options, we could simply ask, say, I firmly believe there is something else going on, and you know what is going on in the estate's basement.
So
Would
just
we open
confront
with
them.
this? Absolutely not, but confronting them may be a reasonable last avenue of approach.
But if you, well, yeah, okay, last approach, yeah.
By no means should we confront them straight away, but to certainly edge the conversation towards it and hint at knowing more, in addition to probing questions. It might prove tasteful is probably not the word, but you do understand my implication, yes?
No. Run it by me one more time.
If we cannot gather any useful resources from them through conversation or through general investigations, we simply confront them. As a last resort, we say we believe you know what is going on and have ulterior motives.
Okay.
By no means do we do such a thing first, of course. That goes without saying.
All right. Is there anything else I should bring up to them?
I think
Just
the
to start from the
Ferals
top. Yes, you
having an
start with the
interest in this
ferals.
place too.
Right.
I mean, it might just be because we're here and they're trying to scare us, but
Could be.
they should know.
You could come at it from a position of fear they'll harm the manor and your property and your servant,
Nurse.
nurse.
Anyway, yeah, that all seems like a very valuable way to take this.
When
Wait,
you
would a nurse not be a servant? That servants are just stuff that gets paid, yes?
She raised me. I feel complicated about that word.
Well, we can unpack these emotional issues later, Vegas.
I think it is valid and respectful work.
I didn't say it wasn't.
No, I am just saying I don't think there is anything bad about the term servant. It's a job.
Anyway,
when
He
you
said
go
it's just sitting there pinching the bridge of her nose.
we should be nearby.
yeah, agreed.
Oh, certainly. I want to be outside of the building, or at least as close as we can be without drawing too much attention. If something goes wrong, I want to be in that building in less than 30 seconds.
God, that's so attractive. Anyway,
Ignatius, I don't want to maybe draw attention to something, but you draw attention wherever you go. You're not only a paladin of Dranfine, but you are a dragon. You draw eyes.
A fair point,
You're
yes.
somehow even more impossible to miss than me, which is impressive.
And a Dranfinian that close to the Thieves' army is gonna draw even more attention, and not one that you want.
As much as I'd like to brag about being a beacon of stability in a sea of chaos, we know such things are unbefitting for more subtle work.
Vanya very visibly frowns at Iggy's gloating there.
That was humor, please.
You will instead
Just-
be a beacon of chaos and a sea of stability, yes.
You know what? Fair enough. I earned that one. Your ire is not unwarranted.
So, plan. Iki stays a little further away, or
Fast.
we change your armor out, and then you draw slightly less attention.
Yes, no, certainly. I have no qualms with covering up symbols or foregoing armor altogether if need be.
Then
The Drampinian stays outside and stays quiet. It's just like home.
I'm not going to ask what you mean by that.
You have never been north, have you?
Then, Vegas, you go and do your best noble impression, I guess.
Right. Well, anything else?
I have to go handle something real quick involving an apartment. Would it be alright if we took our break? Is that right about this time?
Yeah, I will
Yeah.
say we can go ahead and go on break.
I
Alright.
need food.
I need to
Awesome,
check
okay.
on
Another
It's your
drink.
turn.
Yeah,
check
be
on
right
the
back.
weather.
Oh boy. Yeah, the break might be a decent time to at least cut part of the recording and know that it's saved.
Yeah, I will look at that. I'm gonna step upstairs first and just take a look out, see how bad it is. Alright. Anyone viewing at home on YouTube, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the recording now, just in the event that I lose power, so we have the recording. I'll start it up, I'll stitch it back together. It'll just jump cut to the next thing when we're back from break. So, see you in a second. Alright, and we're back. So, Any other pressing things you all wish to talk about?
So let's run through it one more time. I'm going in. I'm pretending that I don't know about my cool basement.
It's not cool.
It's not cool, exactly.
Poor
And
choice of words.
yeah. Anyway, I'm not letting them know that I know. I'm trying to earn their favor and have them help take care of the feral issue here. And then I'm going to tell them that I'm still not sure I want them buying my house. Right?
I
Sounding
mean,
good so far.
as long as you don't get roped into a deal that they handle the ferals with, in exchange for the house.
I know. Okay. I got this. Is there anything else before I go? Or, I mean, that's tomorrow morning, of course, but yeah.
I can't think of anything else.
Nothing I can think of. Yeah.
Okay.
Me neither, no.
In which case, what time of day is it?
You're approaching like 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
So, plenty of time to kill if you have things to do.
Still a bit of a wait before my date night.
Another one?
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like someone?
Oh, do I?
People are allowed to do that.
I know. It's pretty cool.
So, what's the plan?
Keys.
He said, do you need help with anything for tonight?
Hmm.
Oh, I need to write a letter.
Maybe get a different outfit together. Sure, I look fabulous in this, of course, but it's a bit
I
of
mean-
a faux pas to show up to 2 days in the exact same clothes, isn't it, man?
I mean, we need to get something to fit you by tonight.
That's the other issue, yes.
Vegas, do you know any tailors? Oh, wait, you've been here, haven't been here a while.
Sorry, I'm just waiting for some loud drunk people to pass under my window before I speak. Well, do I? Yeah, I mean, yes. I think I know of tailors, but none that I know personally. If you're trying to get a discounted dress in a rush.
Maybe we shouldn't risk it.
Perhaps not.
I mean,
This might be a little weird, I guess. How tall was your mother?
whose?
Yeah,
Looking
just
at Vegas.
Yeah, no, the sound of stone grinding on stone as he slowly turns. What?
You watch your mother anyhow.
And
I don't believe you've told us much about her.
Let's get you to know your mother.
I don't think this is how you should learn about someone's mother, if I am being completely honest.
Go on.
It's as if they're the same sort of build, then maybe somewhere in the house.
Oh my god, just
Ah.
visit Taylor, please.
Yeah, just no. My.
I am not wearing Vegas' mother's dresses.
Thank you.
Fair.
They're
Okay.
also a decade and a half out of fashion, of course.
Additionally, Vegas.
That's barely the worst issue here.
Vegas also, in the air, traces like a circle out with his fingers.
Oh.
Anyway,
Not my build. Got it.
and that's all you get to know about my mom for this session.
That's fine.
I don't want to know anymore, I think. Now, on more pressing matters, I think it would be prudent to investigate the Thieves' Army's little compound building, whatever situation they have, just to get a layout of it.
It's the Veterans Union.
I mean, it's probably entirely above board. You can probably get the plans of it somewhere.
Archives, perhaps.
But I'm going to follow
feels
Vegas's advice and stay here until tomorrow morning, personally.
Thank you.
Well, I was thinking Vegas and I would go inspect it in person.
Wearing that.
Well, does that won't look suspicious at all.
Yeah, I'll go with you, Iggy. I just, I do need to speak with Delilah first.
Of course.
What are the odds that they already know that Ignatius is now in the group review? That they know that?
I don't know. They just know that I'm a part of a delving group. Chances
I mean,
are
they-
they probably know who each of us are. Unless their only reports are on me. Go on.
I mean, they could have been watching us.
Yeah. I mean, we saw them at was it Prestigar's? That was the guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We saw them there, but that was not exactly an interaction. They were just in the background.
Do you think they think of you as someone who cavorts with Dramphinians?
No.
I'm sure they have a higher opinion of him than that.
That hurt. I won't deny it.
He's right there.
I mean, Aurea doesn't really like Dramphinians.
Good thing I'm not Orion.
Aspen is.
I know, but we're talking about me, I thought.
Yeah, but it's more to the point of the comment that Aspen just made.
Okay.
Mouse is not wrong.
I don't think they'd care, honestly. Unless said Dramphinian was inside the compound.
Mind you, I can fly, of course. I could just...
You can fly?
Has this not been established?
Me having
He's done
witnessed
it
you
before.
flying. Guys, I'm allowed to be sarcastic.
Power's flickering his heads up.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Continue.
All right, let's keep going.
So, flying above them would do what? You'd know the building from above, but not inside, or...
I could be ready in position to drop in.
I don't know if you should make such an entrance.
It's not exactly the most subtle, no.
I am saying I shall be waiting in the wings in case something goes wrong. I do not intend on kicking down the doors of the Veterans Hall for no reason.
That was a funny joke. Waiting in the... Never mind.
Thank you for noticing.
Okay, so we're kind of spinning wheels here. We know the plan for tomorrow, but what are we doing today? Well, you doing today?
So no to a new dress, he said.
Unless we can somehow swing it in those couple of hours.
Yeah, unfortunately, I got my clothes in
That
video.
stands, I doubt that.
You're in Louvain. There's kind of a lot of fashion here.
Just, question to GM, would I know anybody in town that is a tailor?
You
Who
personally?
may have, like, done work for the family as a whole?
Give me a history check.
Okay. That's insight.
Charlotte.
I mean, subtract 1 from that. My wisdom modifier is, or my int modifier is 0. If you just want to use that flat roll.
It's 19.
Yeah.
Because of your mother's status in the court, she would have had a royal tailor, and that would have been someone who had worked closely with your family. It wouldn't have been somebody who was conscribed.
Right, and I wouldn't know if they have, like, business in town.
Not really.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm out of resources.
Oh, that's
You're
fine.
sure to find something window shopping. It's great here.
Let me see what I've found.
Alright, I'm coming with. Anyone else?
Globe
made a
shopping?
promise to
Yes,
sleep.
Haha, I do.
Before you go, Charlotte, you strike me as someone who would have letter writing supplies.
I do as well.
Oh! I do. I have a pen, I have ink, I have paper.
It occurred to me at the post office that I have not sent any word home since I left, so I should probably do this.
Alright, so I'm going to completely rip out another page of the blank Follows Guide to Spirits.
Aspen,
Clean.
she's doing the thing you were doing.
There is a definite smirk on Aspen's face.
And going to give that page ink pen, and balls in their court.
Aspen's just gonna quite quickly write out, "Parents, I am still alive." Aspen.
I love that.
Oh my god. Oh,
Dude,
Charlie?
Mr. and Mrs. Aspen's mom and dad.
The dearest Mr. and Mrs. Aspen, I bring of you fortuitous news. I'm not dead. Esquire Aspen.
I'm gonna flip a coin to see if Charlotte noticed. If I want Charlotte to notice that, because it was so quick, she would have respected how it was. So...
Aspen's not making any effort to hide it.
She didn't see it.
Even if it's like in a language she doesn't speak, it's gonna be suspiciously short.
I bet Aspen writes with, like, a closed fist over the writing implement. Like, you know, like not using their forefingers, but closing their entire hand around it.
Just clutching the
They
fucking-
would.
Yeah, you know what they do now.
Hell yeah. I made that canon.
So just like, yeah, just like 3 lines. It's like, that's up. I do not want to ramble.
Short and sweet. Home to eat.
All right. Just checking. You're getting something too for an outfit, right, Ignatius?
I have a traveling cloak.
Anything more formal?
Formal.
No. Well, no.
We should get something.
I tend to stray from fanciful dress myself.
Hard cut to Iggy putting a single bow tie over his armor.
What do you call what you are already wearing?
Armor. A tool. Protection.
Uniform.
It's very flashy armor.
I've worn flash here, and I intend to never wear it again.
Wait, there's a time in history where Iggy was flashier than I am.
Yes.
Not in a
That's
good
cool.
way.
Tell me about it
No.
later.
No.
Will you think about it?
Maybe.
Let's go.
I believe he is too shy to talk about that because he never had a hat as nice as yours.
Hell yeah.
I will admit I do not think I've had a hat as nice as Vegas's.
My friend
That is
Garrett
not
has
the
a
reason.
nice hat.
It's not as big as mine.
Oh no, it's not.
It is a
Goddamn
very
right.
large hat.
Is hat size a measure of something?
No, I used to be much taller, but then I shrank.
I believe if it rains particularly hard, both Charlotte and Vanya could probably take shelter in the day with you.
Yeah.
Easily. But then I'll just hide under one of the taller lot's legs anyway, it's easier.
Yeah, practical.
So no plans other than the dress shopping for this set?
Not really, no.
Yeah,
Iggy
I
and
will
are gonna
send
scout
letter
the
on the
Veterans
way.
Union.
I am gonna go and maybe not sleep just yet, but not leave the estate for a while.
I
If you're-
will tie you to a bed, so help me.
Yeah,
I
if
will
you
You
sleep.
need to get yourself some
If
rest.
you are
in,
not
young
catching
lady.
40 winks by the time that I leave, I will knock you out personally, gently.
But then I'll wake up insanely early if I go to sleep now, and then I
will
have
do-
another problem.
I will do to you what I did to Vegas.
What?
I'd
oh,
like to see you
yes.
catch me, but
Aspen just stands up.
Also, I wrote out the entire contents of Aspen's letter and pour it in chat.
so fine. Don't die now.
No promises.
Not if you're not there.
I'm not sure that's any. You know what? Just
Stay only the appropriate amount of unconscious.
there's no answer.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Who's going first?
Yes, what's our plan of scenes?
Dice roll it. Makes it simpler.
Alright. So Group A is me and Iggy. Group B is everybody else going clothes shopping.
Mhm.
Okay.
1 to 3, A. 4 to 6, B. Go.
Yeah, it was okay. Please.
Alright. Clothes shopping? I know Iset
Yay.
is a part of this. Who else?
I am.
At the
Charlotte?
very least, me and Charlotte, yeah.
Okay.
Aspen's gonna go because Aspen wants to swing by the post office on the way. That doesn't have to be a scene, just it's a thing
Got
that's
it.
happening.
Alrighty. So, you three head out into the night. Iset, you remember on your way into Louvain that you all passed by a particular like set of neighborhoods that had several boutiques that stood out to you.
Yes.
They were Celerine fashion houses, as they were, with lots of neon lights that basically covered the streets. A lot of the garments worn in here are rabbit designs, but incorporate a lot of brethren clothing in them. So there's many different types of fashions. A lot of them are very bright, a little contrasting to the fashion you're used to.
Yeah.
But if you look around enough, you might be able to find something that maybe incorporates maybe a little bit more of that fey mystique, or even just kind of like darker colors in general.
Something more distinguished, yes. Doesn't
Uh,
necessarily have to be full-on jackal-wear, but suitably fancy.
Are you looking? You're looking for something more formal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. Digging around for a bit, a lot of the fashion houses, they're all very flashy, so they catch attention. You do find one that stands out that seems to have not quite formal wear, but clothing that is a bit more. My lights keep flickering and it's distracting me.
Ah, shit.
I lost train of thought.
Clothes.
Yeah, clothing that is more, it has brethren tones to it, but it weirdly invokes a bit of the, not quite the officer wear of, like, what maybe some of the invaders originally wore, but seems to draw a bit of inspiration from it, and it has a lot more simplified designs to it. It looks more formal than it probably is. A lot of it is a bit more slimming, so it would probably fit you pretty well.
It would. Oh, decisions.
If you dig around enough, I'll also say that you will find another similarly inspired design that seems to almost incorporate a jacket, but with like tailcoats that fan outwards around the waist, giving more of a wider look. don't know what that specific design is called off the top of my head, but I know what it looks like in my head.
Yeah, like more one of those like 18th century style coats. Is kind of what I'm thinking.
You're talking about like a surcoat?
That's a word you said.
Okay, never mind.
I will continue to look at try to find reference images. But those are two I kind of like have in mind at the moment. If you want to look for something maybe less Brethren inspired, you could dig around a bit further into other parts of Louvain.
Now, question. Is the second one the coattails and all? Is that like the first one where it's like sort of slightly invader based, or no? Or is it different?
Inspired by similar designs. It is a lot more. It's not quite militarized, but it has that very strict uniform kind of look to it. The coattails, as I was trying to describe it, that come around the waist, look similar to like how this is stylized. From what I dropped in Discord.
See.
It's not this image in particular, but it's kind of got that idea of where it kind of hugs around the edges of the waist.
Right.
Yeah, like a frock coat.
Yeah.
Charlotte's
I'm into
looking.
that idea.
Charlotte's just biting on her knuckle, trying to think. Is there a price tag for these things, by the way?
There is. The slimmer looking, more masculine dress wear seems to be going for about 15 gold. And the more feminine wear is about 12.
I'm going for the more feminine option.
Alright. One of the rabbits working in this particular shop says, "Oh, you have eyes for this design?"
I do, yes.
Splendid. Would you like to try it on? We can see if it fits.
Oh, certainly.
Very well. And he will take the design off the display of where it was being set up, because everything is being very much advertised inside the house. He leads you back towards a changing room, leaving the dress wear for you to change into. And after a little bit of just kind of like shuffling out of your armor and trying it on and getting it in fit of it fits perfectly. You don't feel like you need to have
excellent.
any changes made to it.
Fits like a glove.
Oh, that is splendid. Do you think you will be purchasing this today?
I do believe I will. How much is it?
That particular one is 12 gold pieces.
Here you go.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Likewise. How do I
And
live, Charlotte?
And just for flavor's sake, since you were wearing this, what colors did you want it to be?
Black with maybe a few purple accents where there are places for
I like
it.
that, yeah. Alright. So, Charlotte, you see Iset returning back, wearing this dress, and she somehow looks more fade than she did before.
Like if there's like a vest underneath it or something, have that in the, like that dark purple or something.
Charlotte is just wide-eyed.
How do I look here?
Like royalty.
Excellent.
Well, we better get you ready for tonight then.
Oh, yes.
Oh, this is good. This is going to work out.
Anything you want to take care of?
Oh no, I was just here to help with this.
Of course. I mean, while we're here and all.
Oh, no. I'm good enough as is.
Mhm.
And I
Yeah.
guess we'll be heading back.
Yeah.
All right, and Aspen, you drop your letter off at the post office. Do you like sign for its like destination?
Yeah, Aspen's just like just send this to Isfisk. They will know who to give it to.
They
This is
look
completely. Sorry. Go on. Sorry.
they look at the letter that has been handed to them. Did you write anything on the outside?
Probably not.
You look it over. Isfisk, you say.
Duh.
Just hand it to anyone. They'll know who to give it to.
It'll get to the right people intro.
They take a moment and they write on the front to Isfisk, and then they send it
Bold
behind the
strat.
counter. There's a lot of letters. Having a blank letter with no address on it is going to get lost.
Nah, it's fine. I'll get there.
It's a bold move, Cotton.
I think it's intentional. I don't think they know.
All right.
They've sent so much mail. They're a pro at mail. They know exactly what they're doing.
Gosh. All right. So you three head back. Vegas and Iggy, what were you up to?
We were gonna scope out the Veterans Union.
Tonight?
Yeah.
Okay. About what time are you gonna head over there?
Iggy?
Don't want to have it be nighttime because we still want to be able to see,
Okay.
and we want there to be enough people around. So I don't know. Is there such a thing as dinner rush?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd say probably maybe about 6 o'clock or so. So, like, closer to dusk.
6 o'clock it is.
Okay. So, I'm gonna change up the music just because it's getting a little old. Alright. So, you two head over to the particular district where the Veterans Union is housed. It's not super busy. There are people moving about the streets, but there are no guards posted out front. They tend to keep most of their members indoors.
Well, that's it. Let's go home.
No, we can just walk around, I presume.
Yeah.
What does the general courtyard to the left and right, are those sort of open thoroughfares, or is that like...
They're all streets.
Okay, I want to run Iggy around, not run, but just like move him around the
Yeah.
board to get the full extent of the building.
You have a full movement for your token right now. Let me know if you have vision trouble or anything.
Cool little alleyway.
I realize the observer's not over here. There we go.
I feel like we're being followed.
Do you?
Don't worry about it.
Around the back of the building, are there any secondary doors? Would it be uncouth to observe down one of the alleyways?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so those are all separate little buildings then.
Yeah, there are different buildings in this particular area as well.
Got it. I mostly just wanted to know the full extent of the Veterans Hall, because I thought this was all one big old compound.
There is a large central compound, but there are several adjacent buildings.
Okay. I'm not gonna have Iggy running up to windows, peeking in. That'd be a little suspect, I'd imagine.
Be pretty funny.
So it's a central hall, 2 wings. How many windows? Is this something we could easily get into?
Let's see. I will have to count all the windows. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 19 windows in total.
Is it just one floor?
From looks of it, yes, just one floor.
Is there anything else Vegas thinks would be interesting to see?
Hmm. Vegas is going to pull out a piece of parchment and sort of, in very broad lines, map out the inside of the building from his memory. So it would only just be the antechamber and the main chamber, where he spoke with what's his nuts and
Wendell?
yeah. I sorry for some reason it just keeps escaping me.
It's difficult to remember a name like Wendell.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Unfortunate, but I in that rough floor plan, Vegas would have included the doors at either end of the guild hall that with question marks because he doesn't know what's behind them.
Okay, so I'm just going to propose a hypothetical here. Vegas is in trouble. He would relay to us this information. He would say, I'm in the right wing. Would we be able to get an approximate feel for where we need to bust in? I am planning for the worst right now. This is not
That's okay.
what's going to happen.
Yeah, if you're assuming looking directly at the front of the building, you could very easily determine what side of the building Vegas would be in. The individual wings don't seem to be as large as the main chamber.
No, Ignatius, I'm in stage right. Stage right.
Yeah. No camera left, dude.
Okay, I mostly just wanted to get a grip on what this place looked like.
Pretty neat.
Any chance of getting a head count? Just, scoping
Yeah.
out, seeing who enters and leaves.
I will, based on my memory of the guards that I saw, just place little markers for each guard that I saw in there. So there's the 2 in the antechamber, and then there were 2 in the guild hall, if I remember correctly.
Correct.
And then big man at the desk.
And it's safe to assume anyone in here is likely armed and
They're all armed.
combatant. Yeah.
Yeah, they all very clearly have weapons on them.
I'm just
So-
thinking, I can't really. Nothing else is coming to mind. Actually, no. A good vantage point. I want to find a place where Iggy could sit a little secluded, away from the rest of the group, because it'll be a little difficult for him to remain hidden.
Well, there are a couple different alleyways as well. So you could always tuck your way just completely out of sight there. Depending on
Okay, so it wouldn't be
where your
too
friends want to hold
difficult.
up.
Got it. All right, so there wouldn't be any issue with Ignatius being near the building hidden, correct?
No, shouldn't be.
Okay, I don't see any glaring problems thus far.
So do you want them to not know it's you, like Iggy, or just, that you're a Dremfinian is the issue?
I have no care for if they knew who I am or what I am. I simply want to conceal my presence until it's no longer prudent to do so.
Okay.
I just don't want them raising the alarm or being on razor's edge because they see, me.
Yeah. I think it'll all go okay. And as we're walking away, I will say something else.
And remind me, Ignatius, you're not wearing any of your Dramphinian stuff right now, right?
New incognito.
Got it. What are you wearing?
I'm gonna say heavy cloak, nothing that traveling cloak, and probably just some leather
Yeah, but like
trousers. I don't know, standard affair, nothing fancy.
poncho over armor.
Poncho over armor is a very good look, but I don't
It
think it'll
is.
hide it too well.
But, but Master Chief did it.
Master Chief did do it, and it did look pretty good.
You could do it too.
Nah, no armor, just traveling cloak. As much as I wish to have the cloak and armor.
For winter mode.
Well, clicking on the wrong things. Where is it? Okay.
I don't like that.
As you both are leaving, I assume you're leaving at this point.
Yeah, I got nothing left to do, Iggy.
Let's make our way home.
Okay. As you're leaving, you hear a voice call out, "Lieutenant, is that you?" Vegas, you see Wendell.
Oh,
Ignatius, you know this person. He served under you during the Invader War. He was one of your corporals.
Okay. This is a little awkward.
The plot
Ignatius would probably immediately go straight back a bit rigid upon hearing that.
you know this guy?
Tragically, yes. Ignatius will turn about to face him and deal with whatever happens next.
I thought that was you. not many silver dragons in Louvain. How are you?
Busy.
He's standing very like attentive. He's being very respectful at the moment. He's still treating you like a CO.
Ignatius will, I imagine, break protocol a little bit and offer to shake his hand. You know, just dress him down a little bit. Be respectful.
It's good to see you again, sir. What
Nice
brings
to
you to
see you.
Louvain?
I'm a traveling partner with my friend here.
Looks over towards Vegas.
Vegas
Oh,
winks.
very interesting. You keep very lively company, it seems.
It's nice to hear you've made an impression on the fellow, isn't it? Well, don't let him get into too much trouble, Wendell.
Oh, I wouldn't dream of it, sir.
So I take it you're part of this whole shindig, and Ignatius will gesture towards the building.
Oh yeah, after the war, Silver Claw Company didn't have much need for me, so I sought other avenues. And well, the Thieves' Army was growing in numbers at this point, so it seemed like the logical route to follow.
I'd imagine as such. I went my own direction after that.
Me too.
And we all ended up in the same place. How convenient.
Ignatius will sort of turn to Vegas and touch him on the shoulder and say, "Say, hun, didn't you say you had something with him tomorrow morning?"
Oh, yeah, you're so right. We do need to get going.
Oh, apologies. I didn't know you two were together.
Can't you tell? And they'll like lean against Ziggy.
Their deception check in order? Is that what's the...
Yes.
Yeah, what do
yes,
we
it would
do?
be.
Yeah.
I will say one of you can roll it at advantage because you're both in on this deception.
Ziggy, you started it. Go.
About as subtle as a brick through a window there.
You got
I saw it roll up that
advantage.
20.
Yeah, let's roll. Let's roll. I got this. I got this. I got this.
You got it. You got it. Much better.
Oh,
You're fine.
Okay. The question is, do we want to leverage this into Ignatius attending the appointment? Because him showing up in person would be the best security of all, I guess.
I don't. I think we should discuss that later.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just ruminating to myself at this
No,
point.
okay, yeah, out of character. Gotcha.
He's not immediate. Ignatius is not gonna like pull out his map and be like, "Wendell, get in on this."
It's it's like that scene in Parasite where the guy's like, "Oh, I could get the rest of my family in on this scam." Okay, so yeah, no, that's like an idea, but we should still hash it out just in case.
Agreed. So at this point, I think Vegas and Ignatius would be off at this point. Ignatius would bid proper farewell to Wendell, wish him well, and try to detach as smoothly as possible.
I'll give like a slightly fruitier than average wave to Wendell as we part.
He'll wave goodbye to you, Vegas, and then he will return a standing salute to Ignatius in particular.
Ignatius will give the sort of officer walking salute, acknowledgement of a underling, I guess. Not demeaning. I hope you get what I mean, though.
Yeah. And he seems rather fine about it, and heads back inside.
Okay, well, this is an interesting bit of information to know.
Yeah, I didn't know you were gay.
Is that the conclusion we're drawing? All right. Ignatius will just smooth sail and move along. All right, that's
Slap him on
that's
the
what we're
back.
going with. Yeah,
No, wait,
I
no,
guess.
seriously.
I mean, yes,
So yeah, you knew him?
yes,
Like you were his boss?
yes.
Funny.
It was during the war.
What kind of business?
The messy kind, the kind I rather try to avoid talking about.
Yep.
Met plenty of fine people, in equal measure slain them, but those are from a decade ago, for a different time, a different
Past life.
dragon.
Fair enough.
Okay, yeah, I think that would be the end of that. Ignatius and Vegas would head back.
Yeah, you can let go of my hand now.
Do you let go
Ignatius
of
won't.
Vegas's hand? Yeah, okay. All right, so you two, hand in hand, return back to the estate. Did we have any other scenes before Asset's?
Not for me.
I think I don't know. Vegas was gonna speak to his nurse in private, but that might just be for like before we depart kind of thing.
Okay.
All right.
Alrighty then. So moving to Asset's scene.
Hell yeah, date time.
All right.
Making my way downtown to the Palace Gardens.
Heading to the Palace Royal Gardens. You very easily are able to find this place. It is literally the palace's gardens. It's kind of hard to not see where the palace is at most of the time. It is on one of the higher points in Louvain. What you very quickly learn is that the palace gardens themselves are actually open to the public. So it is not like a royalty exclusive area. You're able to get in.
No need to sneak in or anything.
Yeah, there are guards posted, Crown's guards, but they do not impede anyone. They're just kind of keeping eyes out for any unruly behavior.
To be fair, even if they were keeping out non-royals, I'm pretty sure I could bluff my way past them at this point.
Heading in, you just kind of take in the general beauty of the gardens as you move about. There are their own handcrafted, what look like to be rivers that kind of cut through. It's not as heavily curated as you expect it to be. It still looks very vibrant and lush, but it looks to have been done so in a way that also makes it look less ornate and more natural. But not so natural that it looks like wilderness. If that makes
Embracing
sense.
the wabi-sabi of things, so to speak.
Yeah. And after a bit of roaming through the gardens, eventually you do see her. The tall black timber wolf. Wearing the same dress she did the night before. She's standing towards one of the edges of a larger pool, with many different flowers of various bloom around her. She has not taken notice of you yet.
I'm going to quietly wander up to her. Not actively drawing attention just yet, but
Give me a perception check.
all right.
Nice. With the 22, as you get closer, you notice that she is looking down at something in her hands at the moment. Just a little bit out of your view, but she's kind of
Mhm.
fiddling with something.
Interesting.
Do you announce yourself?
Yeah, she's gonna continue to approach and announce her presence even sooner or later.
She turns her head and shifts her body while also shifting her hands to keep whatever it is she's holding just out of your vision.
Mhm.
Directing it behind her back at this point. She turns around and is like, it's set. I'm glad you came.
I'm glad you're here. How was your day?
Busy. I was getting some of the new patrol manifests set up so I can have someone keep an eye on your friend's estate while you are all away.
Mm-hmm.
And be surprised at how much paperwork that ends up being.
Oh, I can only imagine.
But enough about work. How was your day?
Oh, well enough on the whole. Hmm.
I really love your dress. It's
Hmm. Thank you. I went shopping for it early today. I figured it'd be a little bit crass to just show up in the same outfit I wear every day.
you look like one of those jackal mystics. What are the high Fae Council? I think they're called.
The wisest, yes.
Yes, it's just very very much you. She grins.
Oh, you flatterer. And she smiles and actually goes ahead and sits down next to her.
And she sits and looks out towards the pool. You realize at this point she's moved the object once again to just try and
Mhm.
keep it out of your view.
Keep it a surprise.
She's not very subtle about it. Sometimes I come out this way just to take in the gardens. It's one of the quieter parts of the city.
It's a very lovely place, yes.
Just kind of can forget that the rest of it exists for a while.
Mm-hmm. Tired of the bustle at times, I imagine.
Of course. But with you leaving soon, it'll be harder to share moments like this, so
Hmm.
I have something I want to give you.
Hmm. Do share it to me, sweetheart.
She takes your hand for a second and then like pulls it up as if putting your hand into like a offering state, and she places in your hand what looks to be a yellow daisy.
Oh.
It is a very very uh fine daisy, though. It is oddly pristine.
Mm-hmm.
And she smiles for a moment. Is like, you know what this is, don't you?
Oh, I am well aware. And she smiles.
She smiles and is very hard blushing at this point. Well, uh, we'll be far apart, but we can always visit each other in the dreaming.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be
Yes.
different ways to have a date night, I guess.
And at the very least, stay in touch without having to resort to letters.
Of course. and maybe we can, I don't know, dream of this place again, or even the Twisted Whiskers, or wherever you think would be most romantic.
Wherever we damn well please.
I have to say, it's been a refreshing change of pace since coming to Louvain. I haven't met anyone like you before.
No other jackals have shown up here?
Most of them are reserved, but most also just didn't catch my interest like you.
Hmm. Hmm.
I also just haven't been as outgoing. I'm not as confident with myself as I seem while I'm on duty.
Hmm.
She falls quiet for a little bit and is just kind of like looking into the pond.
He said leans a little closer and still just says, like, well, I'm here for you, dear. And even if we're far apart in the physical, with this, I'll be with you, even if only in spirit, regardless of where we are.
She smiles again, like leaning her head against you. I'm glad.
He said actually takes this opportunity to, like, give a peck to the side of her muzzle.
She blushes again, and you see that she's kind of like got one hand up on towards her mask at the moment, like partly holding it in place.
Mm-hmm.
I said, you've been very kind to me. So I just want you to know that there are some things that I deal with that just... they're too much sometimes. And I don't want you to have to deal with them if it comes to it. I have my own demons, as it were.
Dear, whatever it is that's on your mind, you can tell me.
She seems real reserved at the moment, and she's like clutching a little bit tighter at the mask. I was injured a long time ago, and I can't break away from that memory. It's always a part of me. I don't want you to get caught up in it, is all.
Honestly, if there's anything I can do to help you, I'd want to do it for you.
Keep smiling for me?
Gladly.
She seems a lot better now, and she leans in to kiss you.
He said gladly leans into that kiss.
She pulls back for a second, and she reaches up towards the mask for a moment and like hesitates, and then she unhooks part of it and takes the porcelain mask off.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see beneath the mask, running across her face from her muzzle all the way up to past her eye and around her cheek, she is burned. She is burned severely.
Ooh.
All the fur on that side of the face is gone.
Yeah.
I hope this isn't too jarring.
Not at all, my dear. I'm just sorry you went through it. And she just holds her close and goes in for another kiss.
She relaxes in your hold at that point and returns the kiss. And you can hear that her breathing has calmed down a bit. She feels like she has gotten a little bit of this kind of weight off from having shared this with you. And I'd say probably after a few minutes or so, she will end up putting the mask back on. Just as a safety thing.
Of course.
And you and her spend a good while tonight in the royal gardens, just enjoying the quiet and the starlight that is through the open clouds above.
Taking in the view, relishing the time together.
And did anyone else have a particular scene to close out the night?
Thing I can think of.
Nope.
Because we still have about half an hour left, yeah.
Yeah.
Piggy, did you want to take me out? No, I'm kidding.
I assume everyone would be back at the estate at this point.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's 24 minutes left, but also I am a very sleepy lad at the moment.
Well, if we're almost done.
Yeah, I'm taking care of.
Oh yeah, no worries. No, yeah.
Nothing I can think of.
Okay. Clicked the wrong thing there. Let's see. Vaughn, you went to sleep, what? Pretty early?
She was practically bullied into bed at what 2 p.m. So yeah, she went and collapsed. So she's probably awake by what 11, 12 ish at night.
Okay.
I mean, good way to catch up on a level of exhaustion at least.
Yes. You can go ahead and recover from a long rest.
Hooray!
Yay.
You wake up. Give me a perception check.
Okay.
God, you're so bad at this.
Oh my god.
Sleepy.
Thanks.
You don't have the disadvantage anymore. How paranoid is Vanya still?
Extremely.
Go ahead and roll that again at advantage.
That's more like it.
Yeah. Being nice. As you come to, your friend's already asleep in bed. You notice something strapped to the window.
Very carefully walking across the room.
You can see, the wind is, pulling at something, and you realize that there's, a piece of paper on the window from the outside.
It's on the outside of the window?
It's on the outside of the window.
very carefully gonna go around and outside to get to it instead of opening the window.
Going outside? Okay.
Yeah. Being as sneaky as I possibly can be.
Okay. Stealth check. Let's do one for, like, the whole thing.
God damn it.
Not bad. Gotta unlock the front door for you.
I mean, she could probably pretty easily pick it, so.
You are also given the keys, so...
Well, there we go. Keeping an eye out as I walk around.
Okay, perception check. Alright. Okay. Nothing stands out. You do see the paper kind of like flittering against the wind as it just kind of like is being harshly blown at.
Gonna take it off the window and. Is this a building?
Yeah, it's one of the outside gardens.
Do we have a door into there?
Yeah, there's a large central door. At this point, I think you can. Can you move past these? No. It's like a garden house. So part of these is not working correctly. Let me fix this real quick.
Ah, I see. She's gonna bring herself into here.
Okay.
Pulling out the Moontouch Rapier since it's not too bright, and just gonna read or look at whatever this piece of paper is.
Okay. Examining the paper, it is another flyer for Kazmek Vikazmek. Just like the
Looking
last
it
one.
over a bit more, is it exactly the same?
Give me an insight. At advantage, because you've looked at this before. With a
Nat
natural
20.
20, it takes you a second, but there are several letters inside the flyer that stand out. They've been highlighted in a way that makes it a little subtle to see. And because of how the wording for the language is formed, it takes you a moment, but you're able to pick up on a pattern. And once you fully decode the message, you realize that they're essentially telling you to go home, to leave. You get a feeling that this isn't like a threat against your family, this is a threat against you.
This is a forge, right?
Yes.
And these are lanterns. Oh, that's as senior.
Yeah. Things over here are lit.
She's gonna open the lantern on the table here and just crunch up the flyer and put it in. Making a biggest show of it as she can, assuming someone's watching.
As you do that, you feel the wind shift for a moment. And as you look back towards the house, there's a figure there. Not very wise, are we?
neither of you stood here right next to that window. All I had to do is shout, and there's a very angry Orion coming through it.
You'd assume that they would get outside in time. Wouldn't they, brother? And you notice that there's another one now, stepping in front of the forge light.
Same wolf,
They
canines
look,
from before.
it's a little uncanny. They look to be perfect, like, copies of each other. Both, like, stature, form, their mass, everything.
She looks between them. We're leaving soon. But I'm not going home.
Well, the point was to get you out of Louvain, so if you are leaving, then there's nothing to worry about.
Insight checking them.
Go ahead.
Looking for tells that that's true.
So looking over their posture, because you can't see their face, so you can't read any
Yeah.
facial expressions from them.
I imagine this is really hard, so...
Yeah, they don't seem to shift or change in any way. Despite how rigid they are, they don't seem to be lying. They want you gone, but they're not taking action against you yet.
Amuse me, how did you find out where I'm from?
It's not too hard. After all, we're Arnarian as well.
Tilt of the head. I didn't know you, did I?
No. There are no personal connections here, if that's what you're afraid of.
Good. Because you all disgust me.
There's a mild chuckling coming from the one closer to the forge. Disgust is something reserved for pest. Like the humans.
You mean like those of you that were in Dole?
One of them, leans forward a little bit. The other one kind of, like, gestures to, like, keep back, as if to, like, hold their positions.
She kind of grins at that. Saucepa.
For us, not particularly, but for the Grand Feral, it was a big inconvenience. You have earned attention most unwanted. It is best you keep your head down if you would like to remain on this plane.
Why approach me?
Because you're the one going around spouting about our business to everyone you can in the city.
And you think this is gonna stop me?
Well, we were hoping to get the message across as quietly as possible and let you make your own decision, but if you are admitting that you are incapable of staying quiet, well then, we have other ways of dealing with you.
she'll step back to get a bit of distance.
As soon as you move, one of them is going to pull out a wand and aim it at you. And a blue beam of energy is going to shoot your direction. I need you to make a con saving throw.
Oh, it's one of my worst.
Oh no.
The beam hits you, and you are paralyzed. And,
Odds on hearing any of this through the open window?
It's not open.
Yeah, it's not open, and it doesn't make a noise. He walks over towards you. Well, if you can't keep quiet, I guess we're just gonna have to make you disappear then. That's what us Prowlers are good at. They both approach you, and you feel like every muscle in your body fighting against this paralysis, but there is nothing you can do. And with a quick crack to your head, you lose consciousness. And that
Oh,
is where we're
God.
gonna end tonight.
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
Oh
goody.
god, oh fuck.
Previous session. Oh, we got some trouble. Well, not really. End of this session. Oh, it's actual trouble.
To be fair, I put myself into that trouble.
Yeah, you really done did it to yourself here. Oh, you'll be fine.
I'll be fine. It's fine. It's fine.
That's fine. You'll be fine.
Don't even worry about it. Well,
They
they clearly want her alive. Otherwise, they would have
You-
just tried to kill her now.
They
You
don't know
got-
about my secret trap card. They probably do.
You have gotten too much art of your character. Cosmically, you cannot die.
Stop it. No.
Be careful.
Don't speak that into being.
Okay.
I can't revivify for another level.
You wouldn't find me in time anyway, let's be real.
We'll be fine. Okay, I gotta go to bed. Good night, everybody. See
Yeah,
you next week.
goodbye.
Oh, yeah, later, folks. I am sleepy as hell.
Alrighty.
You all have it good in.
Boy.
Goodbye.
Next week,
Next
the
week.
end there.
The end.
I get to
However,
kill an old man and then myself. Yay.
there is still Honey Heist 3, the movie after. But
That's gonna be
that's a
fun.
one shot, and that's it.
I'm looking forward to being a weird Bale again.
Yeah, that's how I'm gonna end this whole thing, is literally the fate of the universe? No, bear.
Bears.
You like,
Alright, I'm gonna go and have a panic attack now.
I say, do you not like the Arnerian twins?
I do like it. I get the priest shed the vibes I just got from them. So.
They're identical twins. They're Dobermans.
Ah,
Love
Ha.
to hate them, let's put it that way.
Alrighty. I am gonna go
Alright.
now, but thank you
Later.
very much for running. That was really fun.
Yes.
Bye bye.
Okay.